based on the novel Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay. And when did you realize I want to adapt the story for a movie?
You know, it was strange because it didn't come to me as a book. It came to me as a movie. It came to me with a screenplay that someone else had written, which was a very straight adaptation from the book. Yeah. And it came to me, hey, will you help us make this movie? Do you want to be a producer and kind of guide? And my first thing I said was, I see the beginning of the movie is so beautiful that I kind of see the story going in a different way. Very strongly, I felt that. And I said, I wish you guys luck. I want you guys to be successful, but I don't think I can tell that story. And then many months later, it might have even been a year later, I can't remember, it came back when they couldn't make that movie, and the people that owned the book said, how would you do it? If you can have it, how do you want to do it? And then my mind just started going and tumbling, and I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I was like, gosh, maybe I should write it and direct it.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
And how was the work with Paul Tremblay on the movie set? Was he satisfied with your implementation of the story?
You know, Paul, I came only for a day or two to the set. Sweet guy, and I remember calling him as I wrote it before, and I said, hey, Paul, I'm changing your book, so this is what I'm going to do. And then he said, oh, I had that idea. I also was thinking of doing that first. That was what I was thinking of going to do first. And I was like, that's fantastic. So it was very sweet to hear him say that.
Okay. And Kristen plays the role of the little girl Wen. And as far as I know, it was her first movie.
Yeah, definitely.
How was it for you to work with Kristen as the youngest cast member?
I mean, I love working with kids in general. And with Kristen in particular, I spent a lot of time teaching her what it means to be an actor. What is the art form? And for me, the way I think of it is it has a lot of ethics to it. It isn't about getting a reaction. It isn't about being personality, and she has a big personality. So she has unconsciously gone through life, getting a rise out of people and getting them to laugh or whatever it is. And I said, we're gonna abandon all of that. This is very similar to what I tell to a movie star. Yeah. I said, you're not going to use your charm. We're not going to do all that stuff. That's all amazing. We're going to come solely from the thoughts of the character. That's it. And all that other stuff will happen because you guys can't help it. So with her, I would teach her, how to be a better actor.
Yeah. So I would say that the story of Knock at the Cabin is pretty similar to your movie Science, with all the spooky stuff, with aliens, the apocalypse, and at least the question of faith and religion. So do you a little bit believe in supernatural, or from where you get the inspiration, except of the book, of course?
I think they're all mythologies, so it's almost interchangeable to me, whether we're talking about ghosts or aliens or religion, which is a mythology that I find interesting, to talk about. And the more that I can convince you it's real, that there are ghosts, there are aliens, there is this mythology about this religion, that part of it is real, it's interesting to me. The most important part, I think the thing I'm addicted to, is characters that realize that they are meaningful. And so that's the feeling that I think I repeat to myself and to others. So if you were working with me, the primary thing I would want to convey to you is how special you are, and that's what makes you a superhero.
I mean, you're the godfather of mind-blowing plot twists, and you create the horror in the head of your audiences. What would you say was the difference between your end of the story and the end in the book?
It's fascinating for me. The setup of the movie is a choice, and all I care about is that the characters make a choice. That's all. That's all. Once you make that ask, I feel they have to make a choice.
So muss das nicht laufen.
Bring Wen hier raus. They can make it either way. That's equally great for me. Make it either way, but make a choice. That's it, These three family members say yes or no to the the situation.
Ich frage euch jetzt zum letzten Mal. Werdet ihr eine Wahl treffen?